Let's review organization of paperwork. Now, there's three main sections. Section number one, it's the manual forms. Section number two is the application, the insurance application. And section number three is the FIS paperwork. So it's pretty simple. Let's review this. First of all, you must have your order of files form ready because you're gonna have to put everything in order. Now, the whole purpose of organizing the paperwork as they print is to keep everything in order. So by the time you're done signing all the paperwork, it's not difficult at all. Meaning you're not gonna have paperwork all over your desk. It should be pretty simple. It shouldn't take you more than a couple seconds to review everything, but everything should be in order. So let's review section one, manual forms, okay? These are documents that are not printed. Either they're not printed with the application, with the insurance application, or they're not printed with the FIS paperwork, meaning the FIS package from the broker agreement from the Hawksoft. So let's review some of the manual forms. For example, a prom note, a hold credit card, the carbon slip, the copies of the credit card back and front, just in case we're leaving a balance, the address form, photo IDs or registrations, obviously copies of the original documents, insurance 101, the future effective, the no laws, the manual cancellation, any document that's not printed from the insurance company or the Hawksoft. So all the documents that you either have on your drawer or documents that you make copies of. So as before you print the application, you should put everything in order. So I'll give you an example. I have a practice file with me. I have, first of all, the copy of the credit card slip, since the down payment was paid with a credit card. So I have the copy of the credit card transaction. I have the address form. I have copies of the registrations and the driver's license, and I have the 101. So those are all the manual forms that I have. So as soon as I print the application, let's assume it's Infinity, I print the application. I have the application in front of me. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for the company's receipt. Okay, the company's receipt is the document where it shows the submission. Okay, so look for a form that says insured's receipt, agency receipt. Okay, so let's pull that form away from the package, from the application, and let's put it on top of the manual forms, on top of the actual credit card slip. So you're gonna need to have the order of the file, the form with the order of the file, so you can know exactly where they go. So after taking the submission form, the agency receipt, the second thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for the actual declaration page. So I'm looking for the declaration page. I'm also gonna remove all the documents that require signatures. So just take all the documents that require signatures from the client, take them out of the application, put them to the side. The rest of the application, the declaration should be the first page. You're gonna plug it where it belongs. So technically, you're gonna grab the manual forms, you're gonna look at the order of the files, and you're gonna confirm to see what document goes in front of the application and what document goes behind it. So based on the documents that I gave you, it's gonna go in front of the address form. If you look at the order of file, the address form is number 8. So the company's application is number 10. So it's gonna go right behind the address form and right in front of 11, which is copies of driver's license, matriculas, registration. So you're gonna grab all the paperwork that do not require signatures, and you're gonna put it on the, you're gonna put it right behind the address form. So you're going to keep everything in order. Okay, you're going to keep everything in order. You are going to make sure that everything is in order at all times. So I call it plug it in. So you're going to grab the new forms, which the forms are um, the forms are the ones that don't require signatures, and you're going to plug them where they belong. So you're going to put the application once again right behind the address form, and also in front of the copies of registrations. And you're going to leave everything organized. So now it's a combination of the manual forms and the insurance application. So you're going to highlight all the documents that require signatures. Okay, so you're going to sign all. You're going to have the client sign the rest of the paperwork. As you're having the client sign the application, you're going to continue by multitasking by completing the Hawksoft. So you're going to complete the Hawksoft. You're going to bridge over to the Hawksoft, and as soon as you're done, you're going to print the FSC and the rest of the Hawksoft paperwork. So as soon as you're done signing the application from Infinity, you're going to plug it in where it belongs. So just put it right behind the deck page. Now with Infinity, it has page numbers in the bottom. So most likely it's page 4. You can put it right behind page 3. If not, just put it behind the application. So now your full application with signatures is already with the manual forms. So now you have the third section, which is the FIS paperwork. So if you read the organization of paperwork, it says put the FSC in back of the file. So literally you're going to grab the FSC, which should be the first page that printed, and you're going to put it right behind the 101. Okay, the 101 is the last form, so your FSC is going to become the last form. After, you're going to grab the Hawksoft receipt. The Hawksoft receipt, you're going to put it right in front of the company's receipt, because if you go back to the order of file, the Hawksoft receipt is the first one, then the checklist, then the company's receipt. After that, you're technically going to have the broker agreement. Now, with the broker agreement, technically what I do is I split it in two. Now, let's continue reading this. So it says, put the Hawksoft receipt in front of the company's receipt. Put the invoice in front of the address form if there's an invoice. Invoice technically means that there's a balance. Broker agreement, keep it in order as they print. Now, divide the broker agreement into two sections. Highlight all the forms and have the customer sign all the documents up to the name driver exclusion. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through the whole file. So first, it has the broker agreement, then the broker fee disclosure, then the disclosure form, then the promise to provide, then the courtesy notice, the auto liability coverages, okay? And then it has the name driver exclusion. So you're going to stop at the name driver exclusion. So you're going to highlight all the other forms from the broker agreement all the way to the auto liability coverages. You're going to highlight them, and you're going to have the customer sign and, of course, copy the statement I have read and understand the above. So have them work on these 6-7 forms. Have them sign them. As he's signing those forms, you're gonna make sure that the name driver exclusion form, you're going to check your paperwork and you're going to determine if there's any excluded drivers. If there's any excluded drivers, then you're going to make sure to advise the client to write the name of that excluded driver. So technically, by splitting by splitting the broker agreement into two sections, it allows you to confirm to see if there's any excluded drivers. Now, flip the page. Now you go to vehicle certification. Now, for this form, you must write the year, make, and model of the vehicle. Okay, so as the customer is signing the rest of the forms, you're going to have a couple minutes, write the year, make, and model of the vehicle. Okay, and then if you go to the next one, and then as soon as you're done, as soon as the customer is done with the other forms, then just swap them. Take the first pages that you gave them and give them the other forms. Have them sign those forms, okay? And you're going to put the forms that you just collected. The broker agreement goes right behind. Let's look at the order of file. Broker agreement, that's number 14. So it goes right after the 101. So look for the 101, which should be the second to the last form. So you're going to put it right in front of the FSC, right behind the 101. So now you have all your forms in order, okay? Have the customer sign the rest of the forms, which are practically the second half of the broker agreement, and put those forms right in front of the FSC. So just go to the FSC, which is the last page, and just put them right behind. So you're going to keep everything in order. So as soon as the customer is done, your file should be in order, so it's ready for you to check the paperwork. You're going to grab a checklist and you're going to go through the whole file to make sure that there's no mistakes. So once again, organization of paperwork, it simply means keep everything in order as they print. Always keep it in order. So if you grab a form, just put it where it belongs, and then continue. Don't put them in different areas because you're going to get confused.